You are trapped. Whether you know it or not, you've been caged. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. Not by chains you can see, but by something far worse. The illusion of control. The system wants you weak. It wants you distracted. It wants you enslaved to your own doubt, your own failures, your own self-inflicted wounds. And for years, you've played their game. You've followed their script. You've let yourself be another cog in a machine that was never designed to serve you. But now, you wake up. Now, you break out. These are the stages of escape. The unfiltered, unforgiving steps to pulling yourself out of mediocrity and reclaiming the life that has been stolen from you. Each stage will test you. Each stage will force you to confront who you are versus who you were meant to be. Most people won't make it through. Most will quit. But if you stay, if you fight, if you push past the resistance, you will become unstoppable. This is your initiation. This is your transformation. This is your escape. Are you ready? Stage 1. The wake-up call. You're drowning. Not in water, but in noise. Everywhere you turn, the world is screaming at you. The news tells you it's all collapsing. Your phone feeds you fear. Social media drowns you in other people's success while you sink further into failure. Your mind is suffocating under the weight of everything you cannot control. You feel trapped, overwhelmed, powerless, like a puppet in someone else's game, like a ghost watching your own life pass by, unable to take control, like your existence is slipping through your fingers, and no matter how much you try to hold on, you are losing grip. And if you don't change this is your future. A decade from now, you'll be the same, only worse, bitter, hopeless, broken. You'll look back at today and realize you wasted another 10 years convincing yourself that tomorrow would be different. But tomorrow never came, because you never changed. The distractions never stopped, and you let them steal your time. The noise never quieted, and you let it drown out your thoughts. The world never saved you, and you just kept waiting for something that was never coming. Let that sink in. Sit with it. Feel it in your gut. Because this is the harsh reality. No one is coming. No one is going to reach down and pull you out of this pit. No one is going to silence the noise for you. No one is going to take control of your mind and force you to rise. If you stay here, if you let the negativity consume you, you will rot inside long before your body ever collapses. So you have one decision: sink or fight. There is no middle ground, no maybe tomorrow, no one day. That kind of thinking has already stolen too much of your life. You are either moving forward or you are dying in place. You are either cutting the chains or you are wrapping them tighter around your own throat. You are either reclaiming your mind or you are letting the world own you. And the cost of staying here is greater than you can imagine. Think about the version of you that never changes. The version of you that keeps making excuses, keeps waiting for motivation, keeps drowning in distractions. Imagine standing in front of that version of yourself 10 years from now, looking into their eyes, seeing the weight of regret, the frustration, the emptiness of knowing they had all the chances to change, and they threw them away. You don't want to be that person. You can't afford to be that person, because time does not wait for you. The world will keep spinning, with or without you. And if you don't take control of your life, it will be taken from you. So what are you going to do? You already know the answer. It's time to fight. Stage 2. The hidden truth. Listen to me. You are not weak. You are not powerless. You've just been lied to. From the moment you took your first breath, the world has been shaping you. Not into a leader, not into a warrior, but into a follower, a passive, obedient, distracted, and overwhelmed pawn. They don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to wake up. Because if you did, if you truly opened your eyes, you would become a force too powerful to contain. The system was never designed for you to rise. It was built to keep you small, to keep you afraid, to keep you chained to your own self-doubt. And the worst part? You've accepted it. You've let them feed you just enough to survive, but never enough to break free. You've been programmed. Every headline you read, every pointless argument you scroll past, every empty distraction you let into your mind, it's all part of the script. A script written by those who profit from your weakness. They dictate what you believe about yourself. They decide what you think is possible. They shape your fears, your dreams, your limits. And you let them. Without even realizing it, you've allowed them to turn you into a spectator in your own life. You spend your days consuming instead of creating, watching instead of building, reacting instead of acting. Your time, the most valuable thing you will ever own, is being stolen from you. And still, you wonder why you feel lost. You scroll, searching for meaning, searching for something to fill the emptiness. But you won't find it in their world. Their world is designed to keep you distracted. Their world is designed to keep you weak. Because if you ever focused, if you ever cut the noise, if you ever took back control, you would become a threat. That's why they flood your mind with fear. That's why they keep you addicted to mindless entertainment. That's why they convince you that you can't change. Because a focused mind is dangerous. A focused mind is unbreakable. A focused mind is unstoppable. And so I ask you now, are you ready to stop being a puppet? Are you ready to stop letting them own your thoughts, your time, your life? Because the first step out of rock bottom is not grinding. It is not hustling. It is not forcing motivation. It is cutting the poison. Control your input. Stop feeding the system that is feeding on you. Cut the distractions. Turn off the noise. Refuse to let your mind be a dumping ground for their garbage. The weak will drown in the chaos. The strong will rise above it. Which one are you? Make no mistake, this is war. A war for your focus. A war for your mind. A war for your future. And if you don't take control of it, someone else will. Stage 3. Controlling the input. Your mind is a battlefield. Every thought, every belief, every perception you hold, it's either a weapon used against you or a tool for your rise. And right now, you're losing the war. Not because you're weak, not because you're incapable, but because your mind is under attack. You're being bombarded every second of every day with lies, distractions, and fear. Look at the world around you. Look at what you allow into your mind. The news floods you with doom and despair. Social media buries you in envy and comparison. Entertainment distracts you with mindless noise. Toxic people fill your ears with doubt and mediocrity. And you wonder why you feel stuck. You wonder why you feel exhausted, overwhelmed, empty. It's because you have no control over what enters your mind. You're leaving the gates wide open for anything and everything to infect you. But that stops today. If you want to rise, if you want to take back control, the very first step is this: cut the poison. Step 1. Eliminate the negativity. Start with the obvious threats. Turn off the news. Stop letting them flood your mind with chaos and fear. It is designed to keep you anxious, dependent, and afraid. You do not need to carry the weight of the world's problems on your back. Stop doom scrolling. Every second wasted mindlessly consuming negativity is a second stolen from your potential. Remove toxic influences. The people who feed your doubts, who encourage your bad habits, who hold you back from evolving. Cut them out. Silence the noise. Every moment you allow yourself to be distracted is a moment you surrender to those who do not want you to be powerful. And when you cut this poison from your life, something incredible happens. You begin to hear your own thoughts again. You begin to reclaim your focus. You begin to wake up. But removing the poison isn't enough. You must replace it with power. Step 2. Replace with strength. If you want to reshape your mind, you need to be ruthless about what you allow into it. Replace the garbage with things that sharpen you. Read books that challenge you. Knowledge is power, but only if you seek it. Embrace silence. Learn to sit with your thoughts without reaching for distraction. Clarity is found in silence. Surround yourself with excellence. If the people around you are weak, undisciplined, and afraid, you will become the same. Seek discipline. Train your body. Train your mind. Your habits shape your future more than your intentions ever will. Your mind is a weapon, but it is only as strong as what you feed it. Because here's the ultimate truth. You become what you consume. Say it again. You become what you consume. If you consume negativity, you will drown in it. If you consume distractions, you will waste away in them. If you consume strength, wisdom, and discipline, you will embody them. You want to be strong? Feed your mind strength. You want to be disciplined? Consume knowledge, not entertainment. You want to be unstoppable? Starve your distractions. Feed your focus. It all starts here. Control your input, or be controlled. Stage 4. The path of strength and focus. No one is coming to save you. Let that sink in. Not your friends, not your family, not society, not some divine intervention that will magically pull you out of this hole. If you want to change, if you want to rise, it will be because you did it yourself. And that means you have to become strong. Not just physically, not just mentally, but in every possible way. Because the world will test you. The world will throw pain at you. It will challenge you. It will attempt to break you. And if you are not strong enough, it will succeed. But weakness is a choice. Every day, you decide whether to train yourself for war or allow yourself to be broken. Every day, you choose whether you are becoming indestructible or letting the world destroy you. And this path, this transformation, starts with discipline. Step 3. Train the body. Because if you cannot control your body, you will never control your mind. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is the foundation of your discipline, your focus, your willpower. It is a tool that must be sharpened, a weapon that must be honed. When you push your body beyond its limits, when you embrace discomfort, you forge something stronger inside of you. Wake up early, move, train, lift, run, suffer. Every rep you do, every drop of sweat, every muscle you tear and rebuild, it isn't just shaping your body, it is reprogramming your mind. The weak search for comfort, the strong search for challenge. If you want to be unbreakable, you must make yourself unbreakable. Pain is your ally. Discipline is your weapon. And when your body is strong, when your body is conditioned for battle, your mind follows. But physical strength alone is not enough, because your greatest enemy isn't out there. It's in your own head. Step 4. Train the mind. Your mind is the battleground. Every weakness, every excuse, every self-doubt you've ever had, it was planted in you by society, by fear, by years of living in reaction mode instead of taking control. That ends today. You must eliminate distractions. Cut out meaningless entertainment. Stop wasting time on things that do not serve you. Stop reacting to every problem, every inconvenience, every negative thought. You must train your focus. Focus on one thing and master it. Learn to work when you don't feel like it. Learn to push through discomfort. Learn to suffer for what you want. Because mastery isn't born, it is built. And the moment you stop being a slave to distractions, the moment you stop letting your emotions dictate your actions, that is the moment you become dangerous. That is the moment you become truly powerful. Because strength isn't just about muscle. It's about willpower. It's about being the kind of person who doesn't quit, who doesn't fold under pressure, who doesn't waste their life waiting for motivation. No one is coming to save you. So save yourself. Train your body. Train your mind. And become unstoppable. Stage 5. Realize the stakes are high. This is not a game. This is not a motivational speech you listen to, feel inspired for a few minutes, and then go back to wasting your life. This is war. A war for your focus. A war for your mind. A war for your future. And whether you realize it or not, you are already in the battle. Every second, every decision, every moment of hesitation, it all counts. Because right now, in this very moment, you are either rising or falling. There is no in-between. There is no pause button. You are either winning this war, or you are being conquered. The world does not care about your excuses. It does not care about your struggles. It does not care how hard your past was, how unfair things have been, how overwhelmed you feel. The only thing that matters? What you do next. Because right now, your future self is watching you. Right now, the person you could become is standing at the edge of the battlefield, waiting to see what you will do. Will you take control? Will you rise? Will you fight? Or will you fall back into comfort? Will you surrender to distraction? Will you let the world break you? Because make no mistake, this is a choice. You can walk away from this speech and do nothing. You can let the fire die down. Tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. And if you do, you will be in the exact same place next year. Still waiting. Still making excuses. Still watching your life slip through your fingers. Or you can act. You can take this rage, this power, this clarity, and turn it into action. No more thinking. No more waiting. Act. Right now. Get up. Move. Do something that hurts. Delete the distractions that have been poisoning your mind. Write down the one thing you need to change today, and do it. Set a standard for yourself that is so high it terrifies you, and hold yourself to it. This is your moment. Your future self is waiting. Your legacy is waiting. Your power is waiting. But it won't wait forever. You either move forward, or you stay buried beneath the noise forever. There is no escape. This is war. Make your choice. If you've made it this far, you're not like the rest. Most people hear the truth and run from it. They make excuses. They wait for the right time. But you stayed. You listened. And that tells me one thing. You're ready to rise. For those of you who keep coming back, who have been walking this path with us, you know what this is. You know the mission. You know the mindset. And we see you. We're building something bigger than motivation. We're building a movement. For those of you who are new, this is just the beginning. If this hit something inside of you, if this made you see the world differently, don't lose that fire. Stick around. Hit subscribe. Because the truth doesn't stop here. And if you're serious about what we're doing, about stepping out of the noise and taking control, head over to grimfaceofficial.com. That's where we keep the real ones in the loop. No fluff, no spam, just direct updates on the moves we're making, the next steps in this process, and everything we're building for those who refuse to be controlled. Stay sharp, stay ruthless, and keep moving forward, because the world won't stop for you. and neither will we. We'll see you in the next one.